My husband said his year-end bonus was 5,000. His coworker told me it was 500,000. Sue, your husband was the star of the company this year. His year-end bonus alone was 500,000. 500,000? But last night Lu Ming told me himself it was only 5,000. Hey, you okay? Too excited to speak? I'm not feeling well, I'm heading home. Lu Ming, how much was your year-end bonus? I told you 5,000. Business was bad this year. What about Zhao Lei? Him? Probably about the same. What? No reason. I heard Zhao Lei's wife say their division crushed it this year. Zhao Lei got 400,000, and she said your bonus had to be even bigger. She doesn't know what she's talking about. You actually believe that bragging? Her division and mine aren't the same. Enough. I've had a long day. I'm taking a shower. We've been married 8 years, always saying we respect each other's privacy. I've never gone through his phone, but today I need the truth. Nothing strange in WeChat transfers. Alipay looks normal too. Wait, what's this? 35,000? A card ending in 88556. I don't know it. It's not one of ours. "8 years sleeping beside this man, and I realized I never really knew him. Be good and listen to your teacher. Mommy will pick you up tonight. Bye, Mom." Hi, can I help you? Hi. I'd like to find out who owns this account. I'm his wife. I'm sorry, we can't disclose another customer's account information. Okay, thank you. Account ending in 8856. 20 to 30,000 every month. That's 3 to 400,000 a year. We've been married 8 years. 8 years? I was scared to even do the math. Sue, what brings you here out of nowhere? What's up? Nothing. Just wanted someone to talk to. I left the company party in a rush last time and we never finished our conversation. Oh, really? Yeah. You said your husband got a 400,000 year-end bonus. Yeah, business was great. My husband said their division ranked #1 and everyone got about 50% more than last year. What about Lu Ming? He's the department head. So he should have gotten more, right? I guess so. My husband said Lu got the biggest bonus in the department. I heard it was over 500,000. Why? Nothing, just curious. 500,000? And he told me 5,000. Lu Ming, your little game is over. What's the occasion? You cooked all this? No reason. I just felt like cooking. Lu Ming, how long have we been married? 8 years. Why are you asking all of a sudden? 8 years and I've barely traveled anywhere. How about we take Tian on a trip for New Year's? Maybe Sonia. She said she wants to see the ocean. Sonia? That's expensive. Flights and hotels over New Year's would cost tens of thousands. Didn't you just get your year-end bonus? It's only 5,000. What can that cover? Besides, I'll be slammed after New Year's. I don't have time for a trip. When Tian was 3, I wanted to take her to Disneyland. He said it was too expensive. Maybe later. She's 6 now, and later still hasn't come. It's not his mom. I saved her number. Hers ends in 3344. This one ends in 6677. Hello? Lu, Chenchin has a fever. Can you come over? Chenchin? Who's Chenchin? Who is this? Who are you? What's wrong? Who's Chenchin? Chenchin. Oh, he's my employee's son. She's raising him alone, and it's hard. He got sick, she panicked, so she called me. Your employee? Yeah. Her name's Meng Yao. She joined last year. Her husband's overseas, so she's raising the kid alone. I'm her manager. Sometimes I have to help. If you don't believe me, I'll delete her right now. Here, watch. See? Happy? I'm telling you, you're overthinking this. He slept soundly that night. I didn't. He deleted her on WeChat, but he forgot the call history. This number, plus where my husband's money has been going, I need to know how to legally obtain the records. Not because I can't look into it myself, but because I need evidence that will hold up. I'll start with public corporate registration records. After that, we can ask the court for authorization to obtain property records, bank statements, and other official documents. I'll have an initial report in 3 days. I went home and acted like nothing had changed. I cooked, took care of Tian, and waited for Lu Ming to come home. He acted like nothing had happened either. Miss Sue, I have the preliminary results. The number belongs to Meng Yao. She's 32 and currently lives at Kuyuan residence on the south side of town. I know Qiwan residents, it opened 3 years ago. Homes there average about 50,000 per square meter. Ours averages only 20,000. She owns a 127 square meter apartment and moved in 2022. She also has a BMW X3 bought in 2021. She bought the apartment and car herself? The apartment was paid in full, but she wasn't the one who paid. Then who did? The public business records show. The payment came from a company account, and the company's legal representative is Lu Ming. 8 years of marriage. I never bought clothes over 500. I switched to cheaper skincare, cheap online bags, even used the savings my mom gave me to cover household expenses. Lu Ming said business was bad and he was under pressure. I was happy to help carry the load. Why didn't you cook today? Lu Ming, who is Meng Yao? I already told you, she works for me. Then who's Meng Chen? You investigated me? I wasn't investigating you. I was investigating the woman who took 4 million from our family. I was going to tell you when the time was right. The right time? It's been 8 years and you still couldn't find it? Just let me explain. Meng Yao was my college girlfriend. After we broke up, she found out she was pregnant. By then, you and I were already engaged. She refused to terminate the pregnancy and had the baby. He's my son. Your son? Then what about Tian Tian? Isn't she your child too? Of course she is. It's not like I've ignored Tian Tian. You haven't? Then tell me, what's her kindergarten teacher's name? Who's her best friend? What's her favorite cartoon? You don't know. For 8 years, I did the school runs, helped with homework, and rushed her to the ER when she had a fever at midnight. You were too busy. But somehow you had time every summer to take Meng Chen to Sanya and every weekend to Disneyland. How do you know that? I'm your wife, shouldn't I know? These are your bank statements from the past 8 years. Honey, I know I hurt you, but the boy is innocent. I didn't ask for any of this either, and Tian Tian is innocent too. Haven't I treated you well all these years? Didn't most of my money go to you too? The house, the car, Tian Tian's formula, who paid for all that? You bought the house before we married and it's in your name. Same with the car. And Tian Tian's formula? Do you even know how much you actually give this family each year? You give me 8,000 a month. That has to cover Tian Tian's formula, diapers, clothes, preschool programs, kindergarten, plus food and daily expenses for both of us. Just 8,000. Meanwhile, Meng Yao gets 6 times that. And the funniest part? Every time you hand me that 8,000 like you're doing me a favor, you always add, try not to spend too much. "8 years. When we dated, he said, I'll take care of you. When we got engaged, just be my bride. At our wedding, he promised to care for me forever. I believed him. I quit my job and gave him my best years. He built another family while I became an unpaid nanny in the dark. This wasn't just cheating, it was worse. Honey, I thought about it all night. I was wrong. I shouldn't have hidden it from you for so long. But what? But Meng Chen is my son. I can't just abandon him. So you're saying I'm supposed to accept this? That's not what I mean. I'm saying from now on, I'll pay for them out of my own spending money. It won't come from the household budget. Your own money? Everything you earned during our marriage is marital property. What own money? And you seriously think I'm staying married to you? Want to hear my better idea? We get divorced. Calm down. Do you know what divorce means? The house is mine. The car is mine. You'll walk away with nothing. You sure about that? I owned them before marriage. They're mine. That's the law. You think I've done nothing these past 3 days? Here's the mortgage record. Yes, you bought the house before we married, but during these 8 years you paid 1.63 million toward the mortgage. Half of that is mine. And here's a copy of the deed for that Qiwan apartment. Your name is on it, which means you used marital assets to buy a home for another woman. The law says a spouse who hides or transfers marital assets can receive less, or even none of those assets, in a divorce. Lu Ming, you moved 4.72 million. What do you want? A divorce. Half the house. Half of our marital assets from the past 8 years. And custody of Tian Tian. Why should you get custody? You don't have a job or an income. Because you don't even know your own daughter's kindergarten teacher's name, and you think you can fight me for custody? You've changed. No, I didn't change. I woke up. He went to call in backup, but I wasn't scared. In those 3 days, I spoke to 3 lawyers, confirmed my rights, and made 3 copies of every piece of evidence. 1 at home, 1 with my lawyer, and 1 with my mom. I also landed 3 job interviews. So what if I haven't worked in 8 years? I can still start over. Lu Ming told me everything. He was wrong, yes, but that boy is still part of our family. Mom, you knew? I did. But what could I do? The boy was born right after you two got engaged. I couldn't let Lu Ming carry that scandal for the rest of his life. So your whole family knew, and you all teamed up to lie to me? I was afraid you'd be heartbroken and leave him. Sue, can't we just put this behind us? From now on, I'll pay their expenses, okay? Mom, how much is your pension each month? A little over $3,000. Meng Yao needs $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Can you afford that? Besides, this was never about the money. Lu Ming lied to me for 8 years. Your entire family spent 8 years treating me like a fool. I used to care too much about this family and what they thought of me, so I kept swallowing everything. But if they never cared about me, why should I keep caring what they think? Honey, I talked to a lawyer. He said splitting everything 50-50 is the fairest outcome. But if you're insisting on more, I can make some concessions. Tell me what you want. As long as it's not outrageous, I'll agree. I already told you, half the house, half the marital assets, and custody of Tiantian. I can pay you your share of the house, and you can have custody, but I need to keep part of the marital assets for Mengchen. He's my child, too. Lu Ming, do you have any idea what these 8 years were like for me? What are you talking about? When you said business was bad, I hesitated to buy Tiantian a 200 pair of shoes. Know why? Because I was afraid you'd get mad and say I wasted money. When Tiantian got sick, I carried her into a cab alone at midnight and rushed her to the hospital. Know why? Because you said you were working late, traveling, or out with clients. I really was back then. When I quit to raise our child, you said you'd handle work and I'd handle home. Now I know the outside you were handling was your other family. Lu Ming, you don't owe me money. You owe me 8 years of my life. Remember this place? You just graduated college. I bought you coffee and you were so nervous your hands were shaking. Lu Ming, is this why you asked me here to talk about old times? Honey, I know you hate me. But have you ever thought about how hard this was for me too? Hard for you? Yes. When Meng Yao got pregnant, I fell apart too. I didn't want the baby, but she insisted on having him. What was I supposed to do? I couldn't force her to end the pregnancy. So your solution was to lie to me? I didn't want to lie, but would you have accepted it? If I'd told you when we got engaged, would you still have married me? So your logic is because I wouldn't have accepted it, lying to me was justified? That's not what I mean. Lu Ming, listen to yourself. You think you had it hard? What about me? What about you? When I quit my job, my mom cried and begged me not to be so foolish. Did you know that? I know, but wasn't quitting your choice? It was because of what you said. You said, just stay home. I've got you. I believed you. I quit my job and devoted myself to you and our child. And what happened? You spent our money on another woman while telling me to cut back. I never told you to cut back. You didn't? Last time I went grocery shopping, I stood there doing the math forever. The expensive stuff felt like something you'd criticize me for. But buying the cheapest made me feel like I was shortchanging our child. Do you know I tried on a coat 3 times and put it back every time? Because you said we had to save money. Meanwhile, you sent her $30,000 a month. Every dollar you made me save went straight to that woman. Let me tell you one more thing. When Tiantian was 4, she came down with a 103.6-degree fever. I know that, you don't. That night, you said you had a work dinner and didn't get home until 11. I carried our daughter to the ER by myself. The doctor said it might be pneumonia and wanted to keep her overnight for observation. I handled all the paperwork and signed everything by myself. I called you 3 times. You didn't answer once. Later, you texted me on WeChat saying you were in a meeting. I didn't think much of it because I trusted you. But now I know the truth. You weren't in a meeting that night. So where were you? Where were you? You tell me. I checked your location history. That night, your car was parked in the underground garage at Kuiwan Apartments from 6 p.m. until 8 the next morning. You slept there. You were with that child while I was alone at the hospital with Tiantian. You didn't. Tiantian cried all night, calling for her dad. All I could tell her was, Daddy's working late, Daddy's busy. Back then, I was still making excuses for you. Even I think that's ridiculous now. Honey, I know I failed you. But I really what? I really had no choice. I couldn't just abandon that child. Lu Ming, you had every right to take care of that child, but you had no right to lie to me. You made me save money for you, raise your child, and play the perfect daughter-in-law without knowing the truth. You made me live like a fool. Do you really have to divorce me? Lu Ming, in these 8 years, did you ever think about how I felt, even once? You didn't. So you don't need to start now. My lawyer will contact you. Three days after I sent the divorce papers, Lu Ming actually showed up at my door with the other woman. So you're his wife? I'm Meng Yao, Chen Chen's mom. Look, I know you're angry, but this isn't all Lu Ming's fault. We were college classmates and the breakup was because of me. Later, I found out I was pregnant. I never told him. I had the baby on my own. You never told him? Lu Ming, you told me she refused to end the pregnancy because she wanted the baby. I didn't mean it like that. Your stories don't match. How about you two get them straight first, then come back and talk to me? Honey, what Meng Yao said is true. She didn't tell me back then. I only found out after the baby was born. And then I felt like I had to take responsibility. He's my child. Your child? Lu Ming, Tiantian is your child too. I know, you know? Then answer me this. When Tiantian was born, how many days did you take off? 3 days. You said work was too busy and you couldn't take any more time. What about when Mengchen was born? How much time did you take off then? 3 weeks. I checked your leave records from 2016. When Tiantian was a month old, you said a postpartum nanny was too expensive, so you had my mom come help. When Mengchen was a month old, you hired a top-tier postpartum nanny for 20,000 yuan a month, then stayed with Meng Yao at a postpartum recovery center for 2 full weeks. And me? I was home nursing, changing diapers, doing laundry, cooking, so exhausted I could barely sleep. How many times did you come back to see me? Honey, I know I was wrong. Can't you give me one more chance? I'll cut them off. Starting today, I won't give them another cent. I'll only take care of you and Tiantian. You're sure? I'm sure. You can appeal. Lu Ming, do you know why I don't believe you? Because once you've lied to me, you can lie to me again. Can you guarantee you'll be available for the job now? You said, I'll provide for you. You said you'd take care of me for the rest of my life. And I did. You did? You secretly supported another family behind my back. That's what you call keeping your promise? Now you say you won't give them any more money. How do I know you won't do it in secret? How do I know you won't lie to me for another 8 years? Su Luming told me everything. He says he's willing to change. Just give him one more chance, okay? You're still saying the same thing? Let me ask you something. How long have you known about Mengchen? Yes, this is our new home. 8 years. You knew from the very beginning. Not only did you know, you helped him hide it from me. Do you know what you said when Lu Ming bought them a place? You said, fine. At least that side won't make trouble. Lu Ming told me himself. He even said you praised him for handling it well and taking care of both families. Su, I only did it for your own good. For my own good? You kept me in the dark for 8 years and let me live like an idiot for 8 years. That's your idea of helping me? That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Ever since I married into this family, what did I ever get? You told me to quit my job and raise the child because men work, women run the home. You told me to be obedient and be a good daughter-in-law. I did everything you asked. And what did you do? You secretly supported another family behind my back for 8 straight years. Starting today, I don't owe any of you a thing. I'll transfer the house to you. I'll give you 30,000 yuan a month for living expenses. I'll walk away with nothing. I don't want a cent. The more he offered, the more insulting it felt. Why didn't he give me any of this 8 years ago? Back then, he said the company was struggling and told me to spend less. Now he'll give me anything, as long as I don't divorce him. Lu Ming, do you know what I want now? What? Respect. For 8 years, you lied to me, hid things from me, and made a fool out of me. You never treated me like an equal who deserved a say. I did. No, you didn't. You never asked me about supporting Mengchen. You never asked me about buying them a house. You told me quitting my job was for my own good, and saving money was for the family. From beginning to end, you only thought about yourself. I don't want your house. I don't want your money. I just want my freedom. I won't settle. I sent the divorce agreement on my own. Lu Ming refused to sign, so I had no choice but to sue. For what? He's willing to give her the house and child support. We reject the settlement. My client wants more than that. We're asking the court to address the 4.72 million yuan in marital assets he transferred. Lu Ming should receive a smaller share. Your Honor, for 8 years, the plaintiff had no idea that marital assets were being transferred. Under the relevant marriage laws, a spouse who hides or transfers jointly owned property may receive a reduced share, or none at all, in a divorce. The plaintiff's calculation is flawed. The money the defendant transferred was used to support his child born outside the marriage. Supporting that child is a legal obligation. Why are you happy? The defendant hid the existence of his child outside the marriage for 8 years, denying the plaintiff the right to know and choose. Had she known the truth, she might never have married him. That is separate from child support. His conduct amounts to deception. We're asking the court to address the 4.72 million yuan in marital assets that were transferred. Lu Ming should receive a smaller share. Court is adjourned. Honey, do we really have to take it this far? Do you have to make this such a huge deal? You're the one who made it a huge deal. You lied to me for 8 years. supported another family, and made me look like a fool. Aren't I willing to give you everything now? You're willing to give it to me because you're scared of losing more, not because you're actually sorry. If you were truly sorry, you wouldn't have brought Meng Yao to my door. You wouldn't have sent your mother to pressure me. And you wouldn't be in court arguing that all that money was just child support. Even now, you still don't think you did anything wrong. A month later, the court handed down its decision. I got the house because the mortgage had been paid during the marriage, and Lu Ming was found at fault. I got custody of our daughter, and Lu Ming was ordered to pay 5,000 yuan a month in child support. As for the marital assets, Lu Ming's share was reduced by 20% because he had transferred property. Given years of deception, the court also found marital fraud and awarded me 100,000 yuan for emotional distress. You can appeal. He didn't. He knew an appeal would only expose even more. After 8 years, I was finally free. Why is there an 8-year gap on your resume? I was raising my child. Can you guarantee you'll be available for the job now? What if your child gets sick? We need someone with experience. Given your situation, I sent out more than 30 resumes. I knew exactly what they meant. 8 years as a stay-at-home mom. In the job market, that basically equals 0. You used to work in marketing at a tech company. You have 5 years of experience. Why did you quit and then stay out of the workforce for 8 years? My husband said someone needed to stay home and take care of our child. And now I'm divorced and I need to start over. Mrs. Su, I'm a single mom too, so I know how hard it is to start over. We'll give you a 3-month trial period. The pay isn't great, but we're pretty flexible here, thank you. I didn't keep the house the court awarded me. I sold it and bought this small 2-bedroom place close to both my office and Tiantian's school. That old home held too many bad memories. Mom, are we gonna live here from now on? Yes, this is our new home. What about Dad? Why can't he live with us? Dad lives somewhere else. Sometimes adults separate, but no matter what, we both love you. Mom, I love you. After 8 years away from work, the software had changed, the processes had changed. I worked late every day. I was exhausted, but this was exhaustion I chose, not the kind that came from being lied to and betrayed. Being busy, useful, and earning my own money felt so much better than being a stay-at-home mom. Tiantian's birthday is coming up. I'm here to take her out. Go have fun with Dad. You've lost weight, have I? Probably from being so busy. Sue, you've done great these past 3 months. We're making you permanent and giving you a 20% raise. Also, marketing has a new project coming up. Interested? I'll give it a shot. Tiantian came home last night. She said her dad took her to Disney, but he also said he's been really busy and won't be able to see her for a while. Tax evasion, all those excuses about business being bad, everyone taking pay cuts, and my year-end bonus was only 5,000 were lies. The company wasn't struggling. He was evading taxes. The company's legal representative, Mr. Liu, was convicted of tax evasion and his property was frozen. When Lu Ming got out, he had no company, no house, and nothing left but the reputation of a tax cheat. Some things, once they're over, are over. Miss Sue, thank you for agreeing to see me. Just tell me what you want. I want to apologize. What I did these past 8 years was wrong. I shouldn't have hidden the truth from you or helped Lu Ming deceive you. I used to think he got me pregnant, left me, and married someone else, so the money he gave me was only fair. I never thought about how you felt. Hello? Sue, Lu Ming is in trouble. Can you please help him? We're divorced. What happens to Lu Ming has nothing to do with me. How can you be so heartless? You know a lot of people. Help him out. I don't know anyone who can help, and even if I did, this isn't something I could fix. Go on. You were saying you know you were wrong. Lu Ming hasn't been doing well lately. His company got into trouble, apparently over financial issues, and he's overwhelmed. He's changed toward me and the child too. He barely visits once a month, and he's giving us less money. Anyway, this is some of what he gave me over the years. I saved part of it, and I want to return it to you. I don't need it. Lu Ming gave that money to you, not me. If you want to return it, give it back to him. Whatever's going on between you two, I want no part of it. Miss Sue, please don't contact me again. Happy birthday, Tian. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry, sweetheart. From now on, Dad is going to make it up to you. Dad, are you going to make it up to Mom too? You lied to her for years and you really hurt her. Yes. Dad is sorry for hurting Mom. Did you apologize to her? When you do something wrong, you have to say sorry. My teacher said so. Sujing, I'm sorry. 8 whole years. That was the first time he'd ever apologized to me. The man who used to act so superior now looked completely defeated. Okay. Sujing, yeah? Are you doing okay these days? I'm fine. How's work? Busy? And Tian? She's doing great. You don't need to worry about her. That's good, even though I'm busy. Every day feels fulfilling. I don't have to walk on eggshells around anyone anymore, or agonize over every dollar I spend. And I don't have to worry about being accused of spending too much. Every dollar I earn is mine. If I want something, I buy it. Ha! Mom, when is Dad coming to see me? When he has time. Does he not want me anymore? No. Dad is just going through a hard time right now, but no matter what, he loves you. Really? Really? He still came to see Tiantian sometimes, always empty-handed. It wasn't because he didn't want to bring anything. He truly had no money. More than 1 million yuan in fines wiped out all his savings. Now he works for a small company and makes less than 10,000 yuan a month. Even child support is sometimes late, but I never chase him for it. I can support Tiantian and myself now. I don't need to depend on anyone. Sujing, thank you. For what? For never bad-mouthing me in front of Tiantian. And for letting her still want to see me. Tiantian is your daughter. Whatever happened between us, she'll always be your daughter. Lu Ming, I don't hate you anymore. Really? I know what you did was awful, but I don't want to spend my life trapped in hate. I have my life. You have yours. All we need to do now is raise Tiantian well. Thinking back on everything that happened over the past 2 years, divorce, job hunting, moving, getting promoted, raising a child on my own, it was exhausting, but it was worth it. I think about who I used to be. A woman who did whatever her husband said, always gave in to her mother-in-law and swallowed everything. Back then, I thought that was just a woman's fate. Now I know better. I can have my own career, my own income, and I can decide what kind of life I want. Years ago, when I first married Lu Ming, I thought I'd found someone who would protect me from every storm. Later, I realized that was just an illusion. The only person who can truly protect me is me. Suzong, I found another job. It's better than the old one. From now on, I'll pay child support on time. Thank you for taking care of Tiantian all these years. Suging, if there's another life, I promise I'll never lie to you again. I don't need his promises. I don't need another lifetime with him. I only need this life to be mine. 6 months later, I got promoted again. I'm 36 now. I have a decent job, a wonderful daughter, and a home of my own. I'm not rich, but I'm free, and that's enough. Mom is really happy today. What about you? I'm happy too. Why are you happy? Because when Mom is happy, I'm happy. Tiantian, thank you. For what? For staying by Mom's side and for giving me the courage to start over. Mom, you're the best! He told me his year-end bonus was 5,000. A coworker told me it was actually 500,000. That sentence changed my life. But what truly changed my life wasn't that sentence. It was me.